Hi everyone, this is Dr. Marina Oster, and today we will be talking about how to create a sanctuary in our home while we're working from it. I mean, let's face it, this is the new normal. For how long? None of us really know. And so with the media bombarding us on one side, right, with negative information and sensationalist stories, our mind is always turning through these negative bits of information and noise. And so coupling that with the fact that we've been forced, many of us, to work from home in pretty unexpected and quick circumstances, it's not very conducive, right, to giving good vibes while we're working and living at home. So it really doesn't matter whether you are in a shared space, right, whether you have roommates or whether you are in an apartment or whether you are in your very own home, your house, right? Our space for work needs to be soft, light, and of a higher energy that actually makes us enjoy, to a degree, our time that we spent working. So let's get to it. So step one, that is purge. Clear away all of the clutter that shouldn't be there. And by that, something that you'll pretty much find really invigorating to do once you get on a roll. And by purge, I mean at least 10 things from every room need to be gone. Now, it sounds like a lot perhaps, but if you think about it, not really. What do we have? We have things that don't serve us, right? Things that are broken, that don't have any functional value anymore, and that are just there collecting dust. Same for knickknacks, right? Gifts from people that we never really liked, even just items of clothing kind of thrown around or in the closet that we haven't worn in the last year. And it's items like that that actually weigh down a space. And for a lot of us, if we're limited on space, given that now families are home, kids are at home being homeschooled, some of us may have elderly parents living with us, there's just not a lot of space to go around. And so maximizing the space that you do have really is important. So go ahead and clean out, number one, the space that you are working in. And even if it's a bedroom, right, or a living room, it doesn't matter. If that's the space that you're sitting with your laptop and you're getting work done, that space needs to be optimally conducive to you being productive. So clean, remove, and be fearless about it. If it doesn't really have any function, it's not there aesthetically pleasing you, and it's not there for any sort of sentimental value that's pretty deep, you don't need it. So get rid of it and have your space open up. Feel the burden lifted from your shoulders once you're done, because I promise it's going to feel good. Step two, optimize your workspace configuration. So like I said, we've started working from home pretty abruptly. We probably were able to snatch 3 monitors from the last day at work, right? When we felt that things were gonna be out of the office for quite a while. So we brought that into the space, or we haphazardly pulled a workspace together out of a room that really didn't serve that purpose to begin with. And so ask yourself, what is your configuration? So right now, get up, go look at that workspace, and just see if it can be changed in terms of its layout, right? Should you move your table to perhaps the window so you can get natural light, you can look at the sky and the trees and possibly even hear some birdsong, right? Can you swap out the chair that you've been by default sitting in doing work that's probably giving your back some worry? Can you swap it out for a more comfortable chair at home? Can you change things out to where you create more space, right? And kind of move the things that are possibly stacked on either side of your table or the couch or wherever it is that you're sitting on the regular to do work? Can you move that aside? Can you create space? Should you move certain things in the closet anyway? You know, look around, walk around that space and just observe. See what can be moved, swapped out, changed, or just bringing in more light. Even if you don't have a window that you can move to, is it possible that you can bring in more lamps, or creating a space where you're not sitting in kind of a dark environment that really isn't serving you? So go do that now. I'll wait. And our final step, step 3, you should consider adding background music. Now, most of us may already be doing that when we're in the office, right? But we're at home. Everything is a bit frantic. It's kind of the last thing on our mind, right? So when you add background music, it's actually serving a pretty critical role. Now, there are a couple reasons for this. The first is, again, the media news, everything swirling, all of the noise that's swirling in our heads that's distracting us from our work and actually lowering our mood, right? And so when we turn on the music and it's a really relaxing, rainy jazz background music, what we're getting, right, is our mind subconsciously is syncing to that music and our thoughts don't wander as much. Now, another reason that's important is if you do have a full house, right? Everyone's at home, the kids are banging on your door, your spouse is trying to homeschool them, but really there's a lot of noise, right, that's coming around, and it can be frustrating and it can be really distracting. And so what we would like to do is to create distance from that noise. You kind of want to immerse yourself into the present and not get pulled out of your work every few minutes. And so having the background music will really serve that purpose. And in contrast, if you are at home and during this sheltering at home, working from home time, if you're actually alone, right, there's no family living with you, then it really does mean that over time we might start feeling a bit lonely, right, and a bit down. And so actually having the background music that is either a relaxing and pleasing or actually upbeat, right, and not too loud, that actually does sync us up with a better mood and moves us towards a more enjoyable time where we can relax and feel as best as we can given these uncertain, very much work from home in all senses of that word, time.